Welcome to episode 7 of The Roost Show. This time, it's Super Bowl themed. Once again, same people, Eli and Corey here. Today we have 4 segments, and actually 2 are new, so let's see them.
We're starting off with RZS Flashbacks, then we're getting into everyone's favorite topic, and then we have quick picks, and then the big game of the week.
Let's begin. Welcome to the new segment, RZS Flashbacks. What this is we're just going to take a look back on past games, races, if we want to add that too. I mean, just memorable things from back in the day, I guess. So this one is top 5 Super Bowls since the 2000s.
It's going to be good.
Yeah, first let's start with the honorable mentions. We got Super Bowl LII with Philly and New England. Philly, 41, New England, 33. I mean, that game, it was just nothing but scoring, it felt like the whole game. The Eagles, underdogs, Nick Foles, Philly special. I mean, there's so many memories from that game. It was truly incredible.
It was awesome to watch.
Yes, and the next one for honorable mentions is Super Bowl LVIII. That is last year's Super Bowl, Kansas City, San Francisco. I feel like if a Super Bowl goes into overtime, it deserves a spot on this list, or honorable mention, I guess. But yeah, Mahomes won it again. A lot of just frustrated fans after watching that, even though San Fran wasn't mostly liked either.
I mean, 2 teams that aren't highly liked across the league, but they're I would watch this game. I was hoping so bad that San Fran would win the game, but you know, it ran out of luck at the end.
Yeah, San Fran has been close many times, so we'll see if they can make it back. Maybe. We'll see.
Maybe.
And then the next one is Super Bowl LVI. So we have 3 recent Super Bowls in the honorable mention. This one, I mean, although the game wasn't as crazy as these other games, I feel like the 2 teams in the Super Bowl were absolutely insane. I mean, that whole playoffs, the whole build-up to this game was just awesome, and it lived up to the hype. I mean,
honestly, my favorite part of the whole game was just watching the halftime show.
Yeah, the Dr. Dre,
and then seeing the. It was actually funny to see that Evan McPherson was just sitting on the sideline watching the halftime show during halftime. That was kind of funny.
Yeah, I mean, and it's just such a crazy game. Like, you would have never expected that to be a Super Bowl at the time. So, well, let's go to the list. Starting off with number 5, we have the 2008 Super Bowl. Super Bowl XLII, New York Giants, New England Patriots. Patriots were undefeated going in. The Giants, the underdogs from New York. Eli Manning's something to prove. Everybody had something to prove on that team. New York got it done.
6th seed, 7th seed, I think.
Yes, or they were 6th seed, which is was the lowest seed back in the day in 2007. I mean, the Giants were complete underdogs. I mean, that and the Eagles Super Bowl win, I think that's the 2 biggest underdogs in Super Bowl history. That could be corrected, but that was an absolute insane game, and you had the big old helmet catch from Tyree.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll looking at all these, the next 4, you'll see a bunch of iconic pictures that are like, oh, this is a big game. Like, anyone knows if they watched where they were at the moment. So the next Super Bowl is actually the 2000 Super Bowl, Super Bowl XXXIV, between the St. Louis Rams and the Tennessee Titans. This is on here because, I mean, 1 yard short of tying the Super Bowl is absolutely insanity. I mean, that is just blows my mind. It's an old Super Bowl, so we may not have any memories from it because we weren't born yet. But, I mean, that's just absolutely crazy. I mean, if I was alive at the time, I'd be like, wow.
I'd be losing my mind. I'd be like, what just happened?
Yeah. And also the underdog story of Tennessee during that playoff run was pretty big, too. And then number 3, we have the Super Bowl actually made me cry, I'm going to be honest, because I was a big Seahawks guy back in the day. We had a Super Bowl XLIX, New England versus Seattle, Malcolm Butler, the pick at the 1 yard line. Just run the ball with Marshawn.
Honestly,
it's just so stupid. I don't know what people
frustrating to
thinking.
watch. Even if you're not even a Seahawks fan, if you don't like the Patriots, you're like, oh, come on, run the freaking ball.
Yeah, like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing? But number 2, you'll like this one. Super Bowl XLIII. The Pittsburgh Steelers and the Arizona Cardinals. We had the sideline, back corner of the end zones, Antonio Holmes catch.
toe tap in the end zone to win the game.
I mean, it's just an absolute classic. Fitzgerald had a huge play before that. Everyone's like,
64-yard touchdown.
Yeah, everyone was like, wow, Arizona's going to get it done. Big Ben drove the dirty Steelers down the field and won the game. I mean, just absolutely insanity.
Yep, great game.
And then on to our number one, another Super Bowl that made this little man cry because he was sick of seeing the team win. Super Bowl LI, the Patriots and the Falcons, the famous 28-3.
Greatest comeback in Super Bowl history, if not history in general.
Yeah, I mean, sports history, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, it's absolutely insanity.
Wild
Tom
comeback.
Brady. I think Tom Brady established himself as the GOAT there that night. So, yeah, I mean, Matt Ryan, so heartbroken for him. Julio Jones made so many good plays.
Yes.
Just James White took care of business at the end. We didn't hear a single thing from him ever since, but yeah, the New England Patriots got it done. That was the first flashback. We hope to bring this segment back at some point, but that was Super Bowl editions. Top 5 Super Bowls since 2000s. Let's go to everyone's favorite off topic. Welcome to everyone's favorite off topic. Today we actually have 2. We had a special guest, album of the day. His name is Jason Stillwell. He did a little list for Kendrick Lamar, who's performing at the halftime show. Yep. Since we really don't know Kendrick that well, we just let him do it. But I encourage you guys to give Jason a nice follow on Instagram. But
made a nice list.
Looking at his list, we saw DNA was first.
Yep.
We saw Money Trees on there. There is, I believe, Love, which is my favorite song, is on there. And there's much more. There's Loyalty, but there's a lot of good songs. But the one thing I'm curious about, why doesn't he have Not Like Us on there?
I don't know. That would be on my top. That would be my top 5 Kendrick Lamar, maybe top 3 at least.
Maybe top 1.
Probably, honestly.
Like it was a heck of a song. It won him a Grammy. Like that one, and then All the Stars. I know SZA's in it, but it's a great song on there. I mean, there's a lot of good songs on there, but there's a lot of good songs that missed out.
That's true.
Once again, I encourage you guys to give Jason a nice follow on Instagram. Album a day.
Yep, go check it out.
Yeah, and now let's just go to ours. We have top 10 Super Bowl snacks.
My favorite time of the year to snack, honestly.
Best part about the Super Bowl, I tell you.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, but looking at the honorable mentions, we have jalapeno poppers, we have taco dip, and then we have hot dogs. I mean, jalapeno poppers, I think that's a classic Super Bowl snack.
That's good.
I don't think you like them, though.
They're all right. I mean, it depends. I mean, it really depends on what's in them, honestly. I mean, the general just, is it cream cheese, I believe?
Cream cheese.
Cream cheese, or I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it, but, you know, there's a time where I'll eat it and whatnot, but it's not on my list.
Yeah, and then taco dip. Jalapeno poppers and taco dip are keys at my Super Bowl party, so I'm happy they made an appearance. And then hot dogs, I wouldn't really call hot dogs a crazy Super Bowl snack, but a lot of people eat hot dogs on the Super Bowl, so we included it on there. Let's go to our list. Number 10, we have the fried pickles. I mean, they're amazing.
I love them.
But I think this was on your list. It wasn't on mine. But I can agree. I think fried pickles are pretty good.
I love them. They're awesome.
Yeah, I dip them in ranch. I don't think you do since you don't like ranch.
I don't like ranch, but...
But yeah, I mean, I love fried pickles and ranch. And then number 9, we had to add a little tray action in there. We got a little meat and cheese tray. Everyone should know what we're talking about.
Classic.
But, I think everyone probably has a meat and cheese tray, whether it's summer sausage, you can have salami. I mean, you can have pepperonis. So there's a lot of good options there. And then number 8, we have chips and salsa. It's classic. I mean, I think it was on your list, but it was not on mine. I think chips and queso is better.
I mean, I'm not a big. I'm a very picky eater when it comes to cheese. There's a lot of cheeses I like, but not a lot of cheeses I don't like or whatever. And it's not my highest. It's not highest on my list, but I do love chips and salsa.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with the little chips and salsa during the game, watching Mahomes sling the rock around. But yeah, number 7, we had potato chips. I mean,
potato chips.
Nothing exciting about potato chips. They're kind of just the role player you expect to be there, sitting on the table at the Super Bowl party. So
when your plate's empty and you gotta in the middle of a drive and you just gotta run and grab a little thing of chips, come snack on it.
Just middle of the drive. So. But number 6, you don't have this on your list. This is big for me. I love this stuff. Buffalo chicken dip. It's incredible. I mean, hopefully some of you guys are buffalo chicken dip enjoyers because I love the crap out of it. I mean, it's amazing. But
not a lot of people don't like it, and I'm part of that group. So
yeah, you're weird. So number 5 is not a weird one. Number 5 is a classic when it comes to the Super Bowl. Pigs in a blanket.
Oh, I love pigs in a blanket.
They are so good. I think they were top 5 on both of ours. Our lists were pretty similar when it came to the top. So yes, they were 5 on both of ours.
Yep.
They're classic, but you wouldn't call it the best Super Bowl snack. It's definitely up there though. And then number 4, we got a classic, another classic. Nachos.
Oof.
I mean, nachos is
good.
You're going to see nachos at a Super Bowl party. Probably the main course there. You can put, I mean, it's pretty easy.
Anything on them, really.
Yeah, I mean, what are you putting on your nachos?
I'm putting taco meat. I'm getting a big old tray of nachos.
Oh, my
Taco
gosh.
meat. I'm getting cheese. I'm putting jalapenos, peppers.
Peppers? Whoa.
Like, just some jalapeno peppers, you know.
Oh, okay.
Maybe put some corn on there, you know, just anything, really. Just put a big tray of just nachos.
Well, for me, nachos, I'm going with big slab of taco meat. I mean, you got to have that. Some cheese. I like the shredded, not necessarily queso.
Yeah.
Lettuce, onion, salsa.
Some salsa, maybe some chopped tomatoes.
Yeah, no, not chopped tomatoes, but salsa. I'm not a big tomato guy, so.
Put some salsa on there.
The key aspect to great nachos is you get a big old scoop and plop it on there. Some sour cream.
I'm not a big fan of sour cream, but I will agree with you.
Yeah. And number 3, we have sliders. So sliders. I mean,
There's
ham
so
and
many
cheese, cheeseburger, turkeys, Italian. I mean, there's so many options. So we included just all of them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's very, very good for top 3. It's great for it. You're going to see it on the dish. And then number 2, very classic. If you want just a quick, like, oh, I don't want to make anything, just go order it at Pizza Hut, Pizza King, Domino's, whatever. Pizza. I mean,
it's a classic. It's a go-to. It's a last minute, maybe a planned pizza.
Yeah, you can plan a pizza.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with that, but
it's good. It's just a Super Bowl what do you call it? Favorite. I don't know.
Yeah. Let's look at our number 1. The very classic Super Bowl, unanimous. We have chicken wings. Once again, very many flavors. You have honey barbecue. You can go buffalo. You can go garlic parm. Doesn't really matter. It's all good. I think that's probably the most popular Super Bowl snack. So, well, that's our list for off topic, top 10 Super Bowl snacks. I hope you guys enjoy all these great snacks during the Super Bowl. So let's go to our new segment. It's Quick Picks. Welcome to another new segment, this time Quick Picks. So we'll just be predicting a bunch of random things for the Super Bowl. First thing, we're going to start with the national anthem. The over-under, we have the singer is John Batiste. I don't know how to say his name, but his line is 120.5, so 2 minutes and 5 seconds. No, that wouldn't be 5 seconds. 2 minutes and 5 milliseconds or whatever it is. So we're both going with the over.
Yep, I had the over.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see a national anthem for the Super Bowl going under 2 minutes. I mean, I think that's kind of insane. I don't see it happening. So
it hasn't happened in a minute. I don't think so. I think the over.
It'd be impressive if he does another 2 minutes, to be honest. But the next one is the good old coin toss. This is funny. I'm doing tails.
I have heads.
He has heads, so we're gonna have a little rivalry there. We're gonna beef over it for weeks. So, so the third one we're gonna do is the first score. I have the Eagles score first with Saquon Barkley.
I have
probably just like a 2-yard run. So.
Yeah. It's going to be a very short run. I'll drive the field and score real quick. I have Harrison Butker field goal. I think the Eagles will stop and get a field goal.
That could definitely happen. So the next one we have the special guest during halftime for Kendrick Lamar. We're both going with SZA. I think she comes out, plays all of the stars. I think they have more songs together, so I think they could definitely do something there. And I see that one coming. So on to this one. This is the one I really want to talk about the most. The Gatorade bucket caller. I mean,
it's a fun one to predict.
Yeah. First, I'm going to pull up the odds. We actually posted this on Tuesday this week. We have the odds for the Super Bowl. I did Gatorade colors by year, so you see all on the left. You'll see all the Super Bowls from that time. You saw a lot of water there, but the odds are purple's got the highest, yellow, orange, red, blue, water, and none. I'm gonna go with a hot take here. It's never happened before, but I think they're doing red. Just Chiefs color. They're gonna dump red on Andy, and it's gonna look cool. So
I think it's gonna be yellow.
Yeah,
I think yellow's is the second in the odds. I think.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah, second.
I think it's gonna be yellow.
Yeah, and actually, fun fact: the Eagles in 2018, when they won the Super Bowl, they went with yellow. So I don't know if that I guess sneak peeks your prediction.
Yeah.
I guess I kind of sneak peeked mine.
Could be a superstition for the Eagles too.
Yeah, I mean,
use yellow.
Yeah. So let's go to our next segment, the good old game of the week for the Super Bowl. Welcome to the last segment of the day, the big grand finale, the game of the week for the Super Bowl. So these two teams, Kansas City, Philadelphia. We've seen this before. We saw it 2 years ago. It's February 9th, 6:30 on Fox. So, I mean, I'm sure the whole America will be watching it.
We'll be watching.
Yeah, Philly's looking for that revenge after really just a kind of weird pass interference call that costed them the Super Bowl last time they played them. And Kansas City is looking for the big back-to-back to make NFL history. The New England Patriots couldn't do that, but let's see if the Chiefs can. So let's go to our quick keys to win the game. First, I'll be Kansas City. You be Philadelphia.
Okay.
Kansas City, we said it in the AFC Championship. They got to have an offensive cruise control, which is just methodically drive down the field, take care of business, and they'll be just fine. They got to stop Saquon Barkley. I mean, that's pretty obvious, but
it's a tough task.
Yeah, it's easier said than done. So. And then they also have to force mistakes, preferably from Hurts.
Yes.
Hurts has made mistakes before in big games, so they do that. I think they'll be great. And then use Xavier Worthy. I think he's the little X factor on Kansas City. I mean,
he is for sure.
Yeah, not a lot of people keep focused on Worthy, so you can get him on a jet sweep, you can get him on a screen, something crazy. I mean, we saw McCole Hardman have a good game last year, and he's Worthy's basically his replacement. So.
For Philadelphia, number one thing, you got to force turnovers. You got to win the turnover battle. It's gonna be tough to get picks against Mahomes, but you can for sure get some fumbles and whatnot, and maybe you can get a pick. I don't know, you never know. But they have to get Barkley going. Well, my voice, dude. You got to get Barkley going. Barkley has been amazing for him all year. He's basically carried the team. He could have got the rushing record, but he's doing really well. They got to get him going. Yeah. And then they have to control the ball, win the time of possession, have methodical drives. They have to control the ball, and then they have to use the pass game as well. Even if if they stop Barkley, you have to have the pass game going to keep the offense moving. And then even if they have Barkley going, they can pass the ball and keep the Kansas City on their heels instead of their toes.
So let's look at our predictions. I'll go first. I have Kansas City going back to back to back. They're going to win the game 24-17. I think Mahomes is going to have a great game. I think it's going to be more defensive than last time they played, because last time they played there's a lot of scoring. So I think it'll be a more defensive game, and Kansas City gets it done late.
I have Philadelphia winning 28-24. I think it's going to be very similar to last time they played. It's going to be kind of sort of an offensive shootout. I think late in the game it'll be more of an offensive shootout, and they'll have I think Philly will come on top.
Yeah, I like that prediction. I mean, we all want to see the Chiefs to lose. So, I mean, that'd be awesome. I mean, me and them been trying to keep the Chiefs out of the Super Bowl all year. We picked, I mean, Corey picked Houston over Kansas City in the playoffs. We both picked Buffalo over them. I mean, no one wanted to see the Chiefs make it, but I think I'm sold on Kansas City. I think if they could beat Buffalo, and I mean, Houston's not as good as Philly, but Houston was still also a great win. So I think the Chiefs deserve the rights to win the Super Bowl. So, well, lastly, let's just look at our Super Bowl MVP. I got Patrick Mahomes. I had the Chiefs winning. I think Patrick Mahomes is going to have a great game. He's not going to throw a pick. He's going to have a couple of touchdowns, probably one to Worthy, one to Kelsey. And Mahomes is just going to have a great game. Another great win for him in the Super Bowl.
I have, for Philly winning, I have Barkley winning the MVP.
Makes sense.
I think this team will be on his back, and I think he'll have a touchdown or a pair to get him the MVP vote.
Yeah, being a Giants fan, I mean, obviously I'm sick of hearing about, the Giants let go of Barkley, and Barkley did all that. Stupidest move in NFL history, but I'm happy for him. So, but that's the end of the game of the week. If you guys may, please follow the YouTube, follow the Instagram, listen on the Spotify. Also check out Jason. Once again, I keep shouting him out, but I hope you guys enjoy watching the great Super Bowl 59, the Eagles versus the Chiefs. Have a great night. See ya.